question. Is male privilege rooted in toxic masculinity?
Sorry, is what?
Is male privilege? Okay, but Garfield, do you believe in male privilege?
Yes.
But what's the question?
The question is male privilege rooted in toxic masculinity?
Yes. The other is a result of the other.
True.
What was that, sir?
The other is a result of the other. Yeah. Male privilege is the root of
Toxic
masculinity, and also vice versa, because the X is in the land. You know? I want another person to elaborate before I talk.
Do you think, babes? I want to hear your piece.
I'm not quite sure.
Shouldn't the men?
Male privilege is basically like, okay, boys will be boys, you know? And men can do something and society will be like, but that's
Man's thing.
That's a man's thing, you know? And that's rooted in toxic masculinity, because toxic masculinity is basically that thing about men are above women, men can do whatever they want.
Men are understood.
Do you understand? Men are like, men think they can do whatever they want because they're strong. You know, they can overpower women, they can do whatever they want because boys will be boys. And we shouldn't box them. Yes, toxic masculinity. Now that it gives them that privilege to do whatever they want because they think that they can do whatever they want. You know? That's why I wanted you guys to and men are comfortable with doing some things sometimes because they understand society will be on their side. They'll just say, this is a man, you know. The consequences for them will not be as gruesome as they would be good. Do you understand?
Okay. So we can just help me understand. I'm just trying to simplify. So male privilege is it saying that boys are boys so they can cheat, or is it saying
it's exactly that?
Basically that.
Exactly
boys will be boys.
Me and you think alike, that's exactly
no, but
other men cheat.
Men privilege is that thing.
Women can't cheat because women have to get away
after.
It's an excuse for it's an excuse for your toxic behavior.
And the fact that Lebanon one key can unlock many doors.
Okay.
You know that saying. And then that's opened by a lot of keys.
That was a great point.
Yeah, it is.
That was a great point.
I hear you.
So it is rooted in toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
I feel like we can't really dispute.
Okay, the fact.
Yeah, we can't run away from it. And you talk it doesn't help saying man.
Mostly men are more favored in those kind of things.
Everything in general.
Even it goes back to the first point we stated about emotional maturity.
Emotional intelligence, yeah.
But females, they're more
Us, we are expected to do good.
Yeah, even when it comes to when there's infidelity in a relationship, you guys are expected to forgive and forget while we are.
And you guys,
and then women because apologies from and then because apologies from and then maybe apologies from I don't know what I know about men is men will always put themselves first. Why don't you put yourself first then?
No! Why don't you put yourself first?
You say
oh my God!
For us niggas.
Oh
as a nigga, you got children once.
And you left!
You're gone. There's no forgiveness, nothing. You don't even want to hear what happened. There's a mistake. Nothing. You don't want to hear shit. As soon as you hear about, okay, this happened, you are done with her. But as soon as you cheated and then she finds out, hey, my boss, but the minute the clown has got up.
My man.
Soon take a chance.
So exactly, I don't need to tell about Sumamela.
Yeah.
So don't even.
As a nigga,
that's
I
why
want
we
to take a
see-
chance. That's it. Go. Mamele.
But sometimes
That's why I always say when you're done with a nigga, you don't even listen to him. Decide to explain this in the
Because my trust and belief now, she took over with the
Okay.
Okay, here's a situation. I have a question. Here's another hypothetical. Let's say you're married for 25 years. You have 4 kids, a lovely house, family car, Volvo, SUV, right? A Beamer for the
You don't
weekends. Your wife has a Mercury, we can shade. Like you
And
settle.
you have joint accounts.
You understand.
You
have
it's
like
tight.
it's so somewhat empire, bro. You assets there.
Please mention some Bugattis
So-
and then some
Anyway.
Maseratis. Please, hey, this
Yes.
word for me.
It's a
Volvos are safe. Volvos are very nice cars, but
As I say, so now imagine the situation with Bam, you find out, but no, as my wife 2 years ago, she cheated on you. So would you bounce?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
365 days times 2. You've been looking me in the eye every single
So you
day.
deep.
We sleep together every day. You
So
wake
you
up every
deep.
day, you look me in the eye and you lie to me for 365 days times 2.
Insolent what?
The better pandle.
the very thing you do to me
though.
though.
Me, I support this high five you don't let me hang it.
Mamela, here's the thing. Here's Kanya. If you're
What's
willing,
gonna
if
be-
you're
What if-
willing,
what if they
if you're
cheat?
willing, Mamela.
And then-
No. Wait,
Yes, the
wait.
same as them.
Wait,
But
no.
for
This is the
25
thing.
years.
I'm not saying, but when I don't do the same. If you find out if I cheated, man, do the same. I ain't no problem. But the
What's
mere fact
best
that
for you?
for 2 years straight was doing jogging in my eye, and there's number when you stay with another man. Send when I was in trouble. I was calling.
No, but no, it's different.
Right,
Dog,
John,
25 years.
20 you were with me for 25 fucking years. You cheated after 23 years. Decide what we land in. After 23 years, you decide that I'm you.
Sensor, guys, desensitive.
It's fine. Next question.
The response is it is.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'd like to believe. I think I'd give it a chance. Bro. Imagine 25 years.
Give it a
20
It's the same thing. I've been married to you for
I'd give my partner a
25
chance.
years.
I would.
Umntana sisigqi akufana nawe apha. Ukabani? Ufuna umntata, uthamanzi alikhali umntata.
Sana sam yakho le decision no undi divorce okanye
But
uqhubekele
we never, because women always choose family, guys.
It's choice yakho. It's choice yakho.
Well, I'm
Don't
not
do
the
that.
one.
Don't use the child as an excuse for you to stay. Because what are you using your
Some
child?
leave, though.
I am not
What
the
were you
one.
using the child?
Some-
Yes.
It's not leave.
It's not really
No.
good to leave.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I
It's
don't
not
know.
common.
Just because it's
Yeah.
normal doesn't make it okay.
True. Okay.
Yeah, but as I was saying, I think I'm not really sure. I think I'd
You
give
wouldn't.
it. Dog, I think I'd give it a chance.
I feel like
Imagine
you
if it's
wouldn't.
25 years you've been with this
Lendo
person.
Adile,
You're
this
But-
woman
but-
let another man come in your marriage after 23 years.
But then now you
What is
In
it?
your
Yeah.
marital bed.
But what's
That's
the
a
difference?
lot.
no leave it being leave the
Next
difference.
question.
Next question.
I don't I hear you, but
This is the mother of your children.
It's
But-
so it's so
That's where your children
weird.
came out. This
Wait,
nigga went in there.
I
Wait,
think
wait,
was
Wait, Mellow. Oh, damn.
Basura, wait, are you giving me a chance because after 25 years?
Yeah.
Or are you giving me a chance because you still want
See
to
a
be with
future.
me?
The thing is, necessity. I think it would need to
So
come
you
with a
need-
certain level of maturity and
basically means
understanding
you would
from my
forgive
part.
Jesus.
I think if it,
You would forgive Jesus.
Especially
I
if
don't
you know
know.
that you've cheated also before.
right now. I
Okay,
wouldn't.
next
right now, I
question.
Next
wouldn't.
question.
At this point, I wouldn't.
Next question, chums up. Next question.
Right, deep.
Okay. Do you think that women like playing the victim in a sense that we feed off the
Sorry. Sorry.
Personality.
Must remember his family very quickly.
Chua.
Yes, sir.
Chua.
In the shoes, bruh.
Which is
All the
bad.
aura,
That
bro.
was mouth
in
with
a
mouth.
sense that we feed off the sympathy we get from posing as a vulnerable population, an endangered species.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
As in a sense that we feed off the sympathy we get from posing as a vulnerable population.
Since we put them in the box of
And
being vulnerable,
endangered
they use it to their advantage.
Do we?
Yes.
Whoa,
Yes.
wait.
Manipulate the whole situation.
Platforms.
Okay, I would like
Office,
men to talk less.
Do we?
The platforms here.
Okay,
Use
the
that
platform
for
is microphone.
No, it's fine.
Yes.
Say that's the-
No, platforms yours.
No, I'll hop on.
No. You
Don't
said
run
yes.
away,
No,
bro.
I'll hop on.
The mistake the first mistake was putting him in that vulnerability box.
No,
That
I
was
said.
no, listen,
Okay.
they hadn't need to time. We're
Okay.
dealing with the time.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, first mistake was us males
Oh, okay.
putting women in
Oh.
that vulnerability box.
Mm,
Okay, so you're agreeing that you guys put.
Yes, we do.
okay.
We think it.
No, we don't. That's all.
But don't you think you guys also take advantage of that?
Yeah.
That's not the point right
Always.
now.
I'm just
Let me
asking.
speak
All
my
the
mind.
time.
But that's not the point right now. We're talking about you. See, you're deflecting now.
Okay, listen, I take kind.
You know what I mean?
No, it's fine.
I am so proud of myself. I am so proud of myself.
Oh no, I hear you, bro.
Okay. Okay.
My point is, first mistake was putting you in that box.
Okay.
But I hear, I understand.
It's our fault. Yeah, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But Nani, you guys do sometimes take it too far. Ubuyaz, but once these tears, he's gonna listen to me if I cry.
No, bro.
No, listen,
Okay.
listen. For you,
Sorry.
it doesn't work.
In your
fine.
reality.
In your reality, tears don't work.
I know.
But
I'm
for
saying
most
go.
guys who don't have that emotional maturity to understand, okay, these tears are not real.
Okay,
They're being used
And it's in.
to make a certain point. It's to real tears. Okay, I fucked up. I hurt her, Yanni. She's really being emotional right now. To Lanwa, you really you plan to go out with your friends or something, and then she cries. Oh, you always
That's wicked.
exactly.
So we like playing.
No, you guys are
So we
damaged.
like playing the victim.
You guys are damaged.
So we like playing the
So
victim.
I'm just saying,
today
bro,
too.
like,
Okay,
yes.
okay. Honestly, bro, do women really like playing the victim? Sometimes, not always. Do you understand? Because in the sense that, like, let me go to the dog bar.
Sure.
They use tears, and then you can tell
But
by the
sometimes they do
crocodile
take it
tears.
too far.
For some people, you could see, well, okay, oh shit, she's crying. Maybe she's really hurt by something, and then, okay, reason why this is true. I think we all talking from personal experience of when you
Yeah, of
knowledge
course.
that
Of
you
course.
have.
Of course.
I have a
Everything
friend.
is subjective.
I have a friend. I can't mention his name.
Don't.
He's my boy. So I have a friend there who you're and I'm pretty sure every time he found out, the way we can cheat around what she cry and he'd forgive. Do you understand? So you learn that's why in the city tears.
She'd cry and then
Yeah.
you'd forgive.
but who Jesus?
The
The
girl.
girl cheats,
Okay.
and then you
So
find
she
out.
used the tears
She
to
uses
show
the
that
tears
I-
to
I
manipulate
regret,
you to
I-
stay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why sometimes it's
She's a legend.
she's a legend. So that's why sometimes it's
Emotional abuse.
I don't get people who
That's
fall for
emotional
tears.
abuse.
True.
But in
I
a
don't
way,
get people
I
who
just
fall for
think,
tears.
like I said, it's wicked in a way. If you like upset you, if you know you upset someone and you're like you,
Yeah,
Accountability.
no, I agree.
Accountability.
if you're being unreasonable, kapole uzawukuzibhuqa ke
Because you're being
because you're being
unreasonable.
unreasonable
You're being
ngoku andazifuna
unreasonable.
nto yabo but ke like at the same time I don't know.
But I think it goes
It's
with
like-
being a genuine person. If you know that person is genuine, they wouldn't just cry.
Yeah.
for
It's
no
like
reason.
it's come from a good place, but it's not a good. But
And not as men, we have a knee-jerk reaction to emotions.
exactly.
Like now, Tina, always
Same time.
when you get emotional, it's always like go, swell up, defense mode, go
No,
back.
not everyone.
Tina,
People-
dog, and I'm not talking
Oh,
about
wait,
that.
wait.
Like, also, as a man, obviously when you're emotional, you can be fucking emotional.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna judge you. But I'm not feeling the man when you're feeling emotional and then you just like
Okay, but
Yeah.
tell me, do you guys agree to a certain point that women are oppressed to a certain point?
Oppressed?
Okay, not oppressed. Oppressed is but they are at a disadvantage sometimes. We don't actually play the victim, but things really do affect us, and they don't affect men.
And that's
So
what
is that
Violence.
assuming they don't affect men? Like what?
I'm not saying they don't affect men, but I'm just saying, like as I said, an endangered species. It does. For instance, gender-based violence. It does affect men. Hence, it's gender-based violence. It's not women-based violence. You know.
Which is gender-based violence has turned into women-based violence.
I think it's because gender-based violence mostly affects women that we think Kutibana men are not protected in those spaces. But sometimes, Shem, let's be honest, men are not protected in those spaces.
Yeah,
for instance, Kelsey police station, we were reported as a man in Kutibana, and I remember I read something on Twitter this one time that this man actually committed suicide.
Yeah, it's true, right?
That's not the woman's.
It's big
At the end of
facts.
the day, that's not the woman's.
No, I was saying face the camera.
Oh,
No, but it's big facts because dog,
Yeah.
like sometimes even from time let's say I'd come out now, like when right, previous relationship, I was abused like every day. Congress knew, but I just didn't talk about it.
yeah.
Like
Most niggas go.
I'm pretty sure just really 2 of the 6 would laugh. No, but honestly speaking, I'm like just a killer.
No, guys, you can't do that. As my friends, you can't just be like that.
The thing is that thing now we already have the understanding of Lando, of a man going to policy. We wouldn't laugh.
No.
We would take it
But
Yeah, I
not-
know now. I know.
but not
that's
in
why
like
I'm
a
saying
broad
disclaimer,
spectrum, not
guys, not
society.
in this group.
Not in this group,
Like,
right? But in society, yeah.
In society now, quite a gap between abantu bakudala nathi.
Yeah.
Thina ingxaki we have a shitload of information.
Yeah.
So umuntu kule
sure.
age group yethu, we're still ignorant about what's going on in the world. Umuntu and uselective ngobumuntu bakhe because ukhethi ngobumuntu. There's too much information for you not to understand makwenzeka ntoni.
You just close the door.
Everywhere you go on your phone, on the radio, on TV, everywhere you go, the information is there. And then you're going to choose to say, but I don't understand why this person is gay. What?
True.
You don't understand why.
What do you mean you don't
What do you mean you
understand?
don't understand?
First of all, it's not for you to understand.
You just have to respect it. Okay. Do you think your life would be easier if you were born as the opposite sex?
Do I think life would be
With the
easier?
information I have now.
No, for me personally.
No.
Thank you.
For me,
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I think enough. I don't want to be a man. I really don't want to be a man. But I feel like life would be easier because I feel like life would be easier because
Right.
society lets men get away with a lot of things, and it's cool for men to take walks at night, and I like walks. I can't even do that. And the only time a man has to be worried about getting raped is when they get arrested and go to jail. I worry about it all the time. True, but do you actually I understand.
Outside of jail.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I'm saying the only time a man has to be worried about getting raped. Do you go out every day and worry about getting raped? Or can you worry about
No. I'm not disputing the point.
I
As
understand.
I said,
That's what
I'll
I'm
be
saying.
terrified to be a woman. I'll be
And
terrified.
that's what
I
I'm
don't want to
saying.
be
Do you
a
know
woman.
that sometimes when I get dressed, like sometimes, especially when I'm in Islam, I actually have to choose what I'm gonna wear because I don't want to get cold. Get cold.
Oh,
You actually have to
Yo, I hate
choose
that.
because they will get cold and follow you. They follow you until you answer.
That's so true.
Nah, but those
And
are
touch
big
you
facts.
sometimes. Every day, and this happens every day. It's not just on Mondays, on Sundays, every day.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, but I get you.
Nabantu
but-
beyathoma mna.
Exactly, because I'm
For
young.
the information, like with the
For
information, with
me,
the information
responding
I
the
have
way I
now.
feel like responding because of what you're saying.
You have to be nice. You have to be nice.
Fondon.
I'm just saying you feel the pressure you're by nice because you know if I'm nice, that person could hurt you.
True.
And I've been getting a lot of men threatening me like, hey, can I have your number? Like, no, like, yeah, I could save you. Guess I
Niggas
you
respond.
could be in a
Niggas
situation,
don't know what
someone could
harassment
rob
is
you,
until
and
a
then
gay nigga.
oh my god.
Harasses them,
Yeah.
and especially
Yeah.
Exactly.
Niggas don't know what harassment is. Nigga, I don't want to talk to
They
you.
don't know what harassment.
And niggas like to
Some
touch.
men feel so
Niggas like
entitled.
touching
Oh,
people.
they like to touch.
Remember that no one.
And that's a woman's number one pet peeve. Don't touch me.
Don't
I don't know
touch
what
me.
it is.
Get out of my personal space, number one.
Bruh.
Get out of my personal space.
Don't even be this close.
Hey, which one? Get out of my personal space. If you don't know me and you're not my friend, it's
fine. These
touch
laws
me.
wakuphaze sweet don't listen to me. Suma phambi kwami endleleni.
Don't
Ugh,
touch people.
but
Don't-
I don't even like
don't
strangers
do
touching
that,
me. You don't even know me, right?
Who
You
calls
don't
us
even
sweet?
know me.
Imagine,
Guys,
Imagine
don't
we
do
get
that.
it
It's not
every
nice.
day.
I call her
Every day.
5 times a
bruh.
day.
Imagine.
In a week,
Every
every
day.
day.
No, but to add on to what you were saying,
Uh-huh.
there are certain spaces whereby males also fear getting raped.
I do agree. I
But
do
not
agree.
by
But do you understand that
I name.
no, also
No,
women
it
also
could be by
women.
women.
Women also
But
rape
don't-
men.
It could
That's
be
a
by
very
women.
important.
That's a very
Not by whom. You guys are not scared of us, but since Africa,
Anyways, next question.
Uh-huh.
Do you think the society neglects the reality of a man's life? As in, sometimes we overlook the needs and the problems that men go
Yes,
through?
all the time. Society does that all the time.
Men
Does
are
neglect.
responsible for that.
No, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, you must.
Thank you. High five, Shomya.
Men are
And
responsible
women
for
too.
that.
And women too.
Oh, sorry.
Can I say something? Well, men are responsible for that. Typical example to before as this is a community, like it's a society. of
I
its
love
own.
that example.
So now we hear how many spaces do we have for mental awareness for bras here?
When have niggas ever actually got together and created one?
That's the question. Let me try about why is society here frowning upon individuality?
It was
Because
never
mental
frowned
awareness.
upon. Nobody found upon it.
But
If we
there were people committing suicide.
Exactly.
Why?
It's frowned
Because
upon.
they didn't
But
feel
that's-
safe. They didn't have channels.
You can't frown
Can I
upon
also
them.
say something?
You can't frown upon them. Was there programs for niggas to go?
They are.
And go share.
There's counseling episode. It's
There
actually
is
free.
It's for everyone.
Yeah, it's free.
Not for
So
women.
they can go for
Exactly.
counseling like
Yeah.
gender-based violence.
It's not for women, it's not for men. But let's be honest. Niggas are not told to do that most of the time. The incident men are the problems. Men are not telling each other that, but yo, bro, I understand you might not be able to talk to me, but I feel like you'll be more comfortable to talk to a cancer. Niggas don't say that to each other. Niggas are like,
So
nah, but niggas brush, my man,
They brush
my
it
man,
off.
niggas brush it off quite to each other.
away.
Then say, niggas are the problem. Chances are I'm going to. Chances are when Coco be shy,
We just
as my
feel
nigga,
like we're
as
just
my
standing
friends,
on you got this.
you're gonna be more comfortable to talk to me than go talk to a female.
But sometimes
No,
men
yes,
don't
but
Not
not
because
yeah,
not
I
because
do,
as long
I
as
do.
in the not because I'm just saying, but because Mizindu, you might be more comfortable to talk to a nigga than a female.
Than a female,
Fine.
because
Say,
of
woman,
understand.
with this that's weighing heavy on your shoulders, you share this with me, and as but macho man, what we've been taught as niggas, and I like emotional maturity to handle the reason and I shun it. What? Not behavior. You did go, but oh shit. Okay.
I
shows
shouldn't-
that
I shouldn't- I
there's
shouldn't
nothing
feel-
you can do about this.
Yeah,
So-
well,
Yeah,
as a
I
man,
shouldn't
I shouldn't be
And then
emotional. I shouldn't express my
instead
emotions.
of
So
motivating
isn't
you
that
and saying,
society?
"Oh, but
Yeah.
yo,
Yes,
bruh,
we are society.
again, when this
That's
happens
another
again,
thing that
come
you
to
should
me.
know.
Let's talk about this. We
Yeah.
can find a
Stop
solution.
blaming
So like,
society. You are
Yeah.
society.
yeah, but Tina, as niggas, we don't give each other that platform. But then it's like, but men are responsible for that.
And it,
No,
sometimes
but you
Sometimes-
can't just say, okay, you know what I want to say
Yes,
is,
the mic.
you can't just say like men,
Men.
because let's say I'm a sensitive person. I know, but you're not sensitive, you're macho. So I know for a fact I can't come talk to you about my problems because you're this type of guy. Let's say now I'm sitting just clearly with her in this close circle. To be in car, I shed a tear. If ever you're not the type of person to ask me, yo dog, what's wrong? What's bothering you? If it was a fit man, I fit man, Busunyim is the toilet. Then that's it. Then I know not to do it in front of you again. I'm gonna go to my room and hang myself. Type of thing. But I do condone that, by the way. There's counseling at the school and it's actually
Please,
free.
guys.
Exactly. And
And
please,
it helps, it
niggas,
helps.
tell niggas it's okay to go to counseling. Talk to your
It's
friends.
okay to cry,
It's
bro.
okay to
Talk to
cry.
your friends
It's okay
about
to
it.
talk to your friends.
Suggest it to your friends.
It's okay to cry.
It's
Mama.
okay.
It's okay to cry.
Yeah,
Yes, it's okay
Yes.
to cry.
Okay, guys,
Because
tell us
before
what
you
we
are
do.
man,
something.
before you are a man, before you are a nigga, before you are anything, before you are macho, before you weigh can, you're a human.
Yeah.
As a human, you have feelings that you cannot fight,
yeah, that you can't control.
That you should
You cannot
feel in
control.
order to get over.
and there is no female or there's no male way of
You
dealing with
don't
those
know.
things. You just need to get them off your shoulders.
Different-
Fine, we have different ways of coping with things,
Yeah.
but talking is by far the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Getting it off your chest.
So, guys, please, and I'm talking mostly for niggas.
Okay.
Olet wants to say
Baby
something.
girl. Oh, you need guys.
Okay.
Kunini, Shem. The
I'm
international
so proud of
debate.
myself.
I am
Yeah.
too.
I am so proud of
I am
myself.
too. I
The
am
most
too.
opinionated person.
Do you understand in
You
this room? The most aggressive one.
I am so proud of myself. First of all, I
National
want to
debate,
go back.
by the way,
Oh my
guys.
god.
Yeah.
That's
First of all, I want to go back to the point, and can we shine some light on this? Not that I'm trying to weigh my opinion on your shoulders, and like, and I'm not inflicting my opinion on you guys,
Okay.
but can we shine light on the fact that men truly bring this thing upon themselves?
True.
First of all, can we go back to Ijana Cage?
Ooh!
The fuck is that?
No, dog. Sitting in
Wait,
upon ourselves. Okay,
Wait,
cool.
you do, because it's a thing that came with you guys, and you guys share it amongst yourselves. Ijana Cage one,
Okay, catch up.
Ijana,
Well,
Ijana,
no, I know.
Ijana Kali, single of all, which goes to
I get you.
Society creates it, yes, but it's a thing that came with our forefathers. And they inflicted this whole thing upon men, which is why you guys sit alone in most occasions. On some, this is how a man behaves. Hence, we say that these things,
Just one line.
you guys bring these things upon yourselves, because I don't think there has been a time where a woman will come up to you and tell you, hey, look, this is how you're supposed to behave as a man. It's always a case of men feel the superiority, if there's such a word. They have the power to inflict certain things.
Okay, can I just add on?
Yes, we have that power too,
Mhm.
but in most cases,
Mhm.
it's always a practical situation.
Okay, I just want to add on what you said. As much as I agree, Guti, men have created this. I think it's such a norm that also women are to blame, because we've also succumbed to the notion of Guti, a man is not supposed to be sensitive, a man is not supposed to be vulnerable. So I don't think that is some women create safe spaces enough for men to talk.
True.
Does that happen?
It
But
does.
guys,
I know how to
No,
create a
but
safe
it
space for
I'm
men,
selective.
but
That's
I'm
the
saying
thing.
that
Not
sometimes
everybody can
some women also cannot create that safe space for women because they have that mentality of good, but you're supposed to be men.
can I quickly
Deal
say
with your
something
problems, you
adding
know?
on to that? Sometimes it's not usually men feeding off men that don't talk, don't what. Sometimes it's based on like
The
whether
person.
men like ukhuliswe ngubani, ukhuliswe nguku.
Mm.
Like ukhuliswe njani. Because let's say I'm a mother of a son,
And you
then
said
I don't
that-
of him being able to talk to me.
Yeah.
Ndim othi omfundisela uba hayi sukhala kakuhle
Which highlights ukuthi women also.
Khaleza, you know, everything I do ndiyamshabarisha abe right wangoku, move on.
It is.
Sometimes
It
umfana
is.
ukhule in that environment.
Yeah.
Abafani bonke they feed
True.
off each other. Some can be a woman who affects a man.
True.
Like
So that person has not brought it upon themselves. But okay, I get you. But I respect
But
your
we
opinion,
also have
honestly.
situations where we don't bring a lot of situations upon ourselves, but we take a stand, we do something about it.
But
It goes back to what Bella was saying. How many times have we actually taken initiative to do something to protect ourselves or to actually put our voices out there? You guys never do that. You guys never take initiative to do something
but
for
sometimes
yourselves.
women also
You guys don't
put it
have-
out there.
You guys don't condone movements for men that protect men because you guys don't want to come across as vulnerable. We create those rooms for ourselves because
True.
we allow
That's
ourselves
why
to be
we
vulnerable.
left out.
Because I feel like
We're the ones
Take the
affected the
initiative,
most.
guys.
because
we also
I
take
think
the
I think it's
initiative.
because
And I
I
get
think
you,
it's,
bro.
I think
it's
it's-
important for women to create safe spaces for women, because women, trust me, women feel like they are not supposed to be opinionated sometimes. They feel like they're not supposed to speak over a man. Okay, they're not
Yeah,
even supposed to,
yeah.
they're not good enough to raise their opinion. People always have the mentality about whatever I say, I have to say to impress. Kandi, you don't have to, you just have to say it just to make your point. I think
Same,
it's
but
responsibility.
I asked my uncle, he's been married for over like 30, I think it's 30 something years.
Mhm.
That nigga, he did his shit when he was coming up earlier on in his marriage. But no, my thing was, what makes you guys lost? Like, what makes you still look at this woman after 30 something years and still want her? No, well, affection. Imagine no affection after 30 years. To be able to look at this person for 30 years. As humans, we do the same thing for 30 years, we're gonna end up looking alike. we sleep the same way, we eat the same
Yeah,
way.
true. It did really does.
You end up looking alike. Now
People are
imagine,
adaptive.
Things the same
Yeah.
way.
and this nigga gave the most weirdest, the most like simplest answer ever. But queer, as was saying it, you can see, okay, it's pregnant with meaning.
Okay.
No pun intended.
Mm.
Okay.
This nigga just said, let her talk and listen. That's it.
I received by the person with meaning.
30 years, bro.
Man.
Yes.
30 years. This nigga just said, when she talks, listen.
Never, guys.
like,
Listen.
My thing was, every
Listen.
time, I'm like, nigga,
I
listen
agree.
every time.
I
No.
I was like, what?
I told landlord.
I told her not that, but in my mind, as a young nigga,
Yeah,
as a young nigga, like my 20-something-year-old ass, I was like, you listen every time, boy. Like every time.
And do you not realize that that's the only time you guys ever get anywhere? Is if you shut up and listen.
That's
True.
it. He's like, but I also.
Like remember, little bit says you have to listen every time.
Every time. Because
Doesn't care every time.
some cases, women
Should I listen every time?
Yes,
That means
listen every
you're
time.
you know, ikuingawe, indingawe.
Not
No,
necessarily.
but-
Not
no,
necessarily.
When he
Not
said listen, when he said
necessarily.
listen, when he
for
said
me
listen,
to talk, when I
when-
talk,
Yeah.
This is
listen
when
as well.
something
It's
as
not
soon as
because
make
of
like
you
this
putting that person
It's
first.
a
when
thing
he
of
said
we
listen,
know
then
men
remember,
don't sometimes they listen.
women, as much they talk, as much as they talk all the time, most of the things they want and the things they like and the things they need was as Ted. It's
Well, you
it's
do.
gonna
Well,
be.
I do.
So it's just opening
It's just gonna
for
be.
understanding.
It's just gonna be. It's entangled in all that other bullshit that makeup.
And also listen,
YouTube channel,
also
all that nonsense, all
But
that
also
shit,
just
all that
say-
drama with her friends that you don't really give a fuck about.
Oh.
But those are what makes me
Oh,
laugh.
shit.
But
Those are what
I-
makes-
I'd
oh,
say
shit.
space.
But
Hey,
honestly, I love those.
you love those things,
Yeah.
man. You love those things, but sometimes.
Don't come back and tell me that hey, has been kind. I
Hey,
love
what's
it.
my man? Talk. I like that thing,
Yeah.
now.
Kind.
Take things in a relationship. Take things in a relationship in a way.
Don't be like
Right.
you that ever
Sure.
is, bruh. Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
boy, that's the joke, but I go back to feeling
But baby,
I know,
but it's saying
don't say space.
But-
Like,
That's Cuba, man. That's Cuba.
no, I can't not because I trust her
No,
with that
no, no, no,
information.
no,
I know if I leave it there,
Yeah.
she's not taking it elsewhere. It
Bravo.
stays between me and her. So
Yeah.
pillow talking.
I'm like the point I'm in the boy. Imando boy. Like Imando. But sometimes come on, you're not there.
Oh yeah.
You hear, you're doing whatever you're doing, and she's, you know, almost when they talk,
Hey.
and you hear, and then they talk, and then you hear, and like, I'm trying to be here, and then she's like talking,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Oh, I'm trying to behave, but she's talking.
and then you know if you don't listen, so I'm not
So I'm not important.
And then now,
I'm fine.
and
I'm
then
not
now,
important.
now you're gonna go
Because
from,
I
you're
am
gonna go
not
from
important.
a happy home to, ah shit. Don't know where I am.
I'm here again.
Ah, shit. Okay, so we're gonna pause. Let me answer.
Yes.
Girl, you should have paused a long time
This is the
ago.
conversation.
Acknowledge me.
This is the
Acknowledge the fact that I'm
I don't
talking.
think
You see me here.
Do you see me in front of
Do
you?
you understand?
Acknowledge
Just
the fact
wasting
that
my
this is
time.
why the
No,
Mamelana.
no.
I'm wasting my
I
time.
want you to look at me. Pay attention.
But all you have to do now is just look at them and just
I am.
look, I'm busy. I can't give you attention.
Johnny, I want to talk now.
Please, most emphasis.
Busy ndiyakuzamisa.
That's a new problem.
Does this mean that when I'm more busy?
I will not be the more than that.
I saw that you were busy with something, but I felt that what I have to say is actually
It's much
very
more
urgent.
important.
It's much more important.
important.
In a situation when I see you studying for a test, I will keep it in. I trust me. I will play with myself, baby, babes.
Babes, listen. But now you're watching a YouTube video, you're laying on your back.
You just chill.
Okay,
You're just
you
chilling.
watch the
I
highlights of the match.
My
I'm not doing match.
I can.
My chilling
I-
match. I'm not doing match. Call your boys. It's fine. All you need is the score. All you need is the score. It's the
He
final
was
score,
right.
right? You don't
More
need
of the story is he was right. Just listen.
Just listen.
And the way it goes vice versa. It goes
Yeah.
vice versa.
Mamelani,
It goes
That's
vice
what
versa.
thing about
Everybody
women,
is
whatever you
late.
do.
And
Yeah.
also, there's
Reciprocate.
a
Someone
Yeah,
lives there up
reciprocate.
Because it's serious.
Everyone listening, you don't just
Ah, but
listen
not all the
You-
time.
to pendula.
Mm.
You listen, you comprehend what I'm saying. You don't just listen and then give me back
And you
what I
start
need
to
to hear.
your brain.
And I will know if you just
You
give me back
start
what I
it.
need to hear.
I hate it
Because
when
I
men
know
are like,
what I want to hear.
I hate it
But
when
that's
men
my
are
thing.
like,
I know.
something and then
And
it's
I
like,
know,
And I know
what
the
I want.
answer that I want to hear.
Exactly. And I don't ask them that I don't
And
know.
sometimes I nigga didn't flew even.
do you understand?
That's
Ukuboleka umhlambi.
I know what it is that they want me to hear. And that's that.
Okay, girls, calm
And
down.
I will tell you about.
Calm down, calm down. Next
And
question.
then I knew that you were going to tell me
Next question. What is your take on feminism? I would like the men's answer first. Chani?
Hey.
Chani kuti kwaka. Chani kuti kwaka. Chani kuti kwaka. Chani kuti kwaka. Guys, feminism is basically the belief that women should be, or are socially, economically, and just politically, we're politically equal. That we should be treated as equal,
I feel like
seen as equal.
now we'll be getting there. But not fast enough.
Not fast enough for me.
Okay.
For me personally, it's not fast enough.
But, yeah.
So what's the question? What's your take on feminism?
Yeah.
For me, it's
For females.
No,
in
what's the
general,
How could we speed up
feminism?
the gap.
the gap
Or
between
bridge the gap. No, knowledge, guys. Knowledge is power. I feel like
Information,
in this day and age, dog. I feel like
Information.
if you're very selective,
As
about
much as it
what
needs
you
information
choose,
to call
you
it,
understand.
everyone is
If
exposed
you're
to
very
it.
selective about what you want to
Yes.
know, I feel like that's ignorance.
Yeah.
We are very
But
informed
when you
now.
get a chance to
You
get
understand?
information, you must be
True.
attentive to
I
it.
mean, do you guys understand the
those girls
reality
make us
of?
points.
Do you guys understand the reality that there are people who? Oh, sorry. Say space.
Bruh. No, but as I was saying, like I feel like in this day and age, bruh, it's just ignorance if you choose not to acknowledge certain things. Like even if Mkambi, you grew up in a certain type of way, like you were used to this way, like you as a person, you're old enough. You understand? Dog. So you as a person,
Is it easy?
The world is not your mother's house.
Honestly speaking, it's never easy gravitating from what you know.
Yeah.
But it's
Unlearning.
unlearning.
Unlearning is really hard.
17 years
Because
old.
you're conditioned.
But honestly speaking, growth is never easy. Growth
And
is
change
never
should be
easy.
uncomfortable. If it's not uncomfortable, it's not changing.
It's not.
But change
Well,
brings
it's
growth.
not.
That's the nice thing.
It's not. Like if you to, for most niggas that grew up under Landobar, the man gets the final word in the house.
Dog,
And then they meet a woman that does not come from that same upbringing.
Yeah.
Those niggas are shocked when the woman speaks
They're
back.
really shocked, bruh.
Not
They're
every
really
nigga,
shocked,
not every nigga.
bruh.
As
They're
nigga
shocked,
adapt, and then at that time, you
And it's
have
crazy
two
to
choices.
see.
You have two choices: continue being ignorant,
Or
or actually opening your fucking mind to your thoughts by, hey, nigga.
She is
Can I say
saying what you
something?
need.
Can I say something?
Not on the same level.
Sometimes, can I say
basically.
something? Sometimes men choose to close that because there are people who are still close-minded and who believe that men are above women, but especially men. In my reality, my world, above is here now.
I love it, boss.
I love it because they love superiority. That's another thing that's rooted in toxic masculinity.
Ego.
It's because it's the ego. It's that thing of wanting to be exactly because when you feel like you're superior, you feel like you're important. That's why men hold on to that. Kind of when you feel like you're important.
Why are you important?
You are when you feel like you're superior, you feel entitled. That's why a lot of men are comfortable with catcalling and touching you because they think they're entitled because they're superior to
They should
you.
show
Hey!
how much of a love
Hey! Johnny!
Right.
No, but those are big facts,
Those are
bro.
big facts.
We get angry when we see these cases of niggas that are primitive when it comes to thinking.
No, but
And you think about shit. Why the nigga not catching up? There's so much information, but we should understand
And
that
it happens in a day.
Tinabana that are exposed to this social media age where there's filled information and Google and everything else. It's a very, very, very small population of us that know this information. A large majority of people in South Africa specifically. This is why we have like a rape case. There's still like.
I feel like we're taking away the fact that they have a choice by saying
exactly. No,
they
listen.
know.
Niggas, like choice of actually saying, nigga, it does not belong to you. Leave it alone. But I deserve it. Niggas have the thing of, but I deserve it. That's a gas. Well, but you guys, niggas, guys, as we grow up, like unintentionally, you are taught that women owe you sex.
True.
True.
And they're taught that women are weak, and she just has to agree. And then
that's conditioning, wasn't it? Because you're 6-7 years old, growing up in the neighborhood, and you're being conditioned by for this to happen, it's like this.
I think it's rapey energy in a lay about, oh, you sleep with a girl and then go around saying, I slept with the she agreed. It's like you're taking away the fact that she consented. And when you take that away in your mind, what are you saying? You're saying it is rapey. It's rapey, bruh. You are taking away the fact that she had consent. You overpowered her. You overpowered her. So you're the man now. Johnny, because you guys have sex, no
she fucked you too.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Let me tell you,
and technically she swallows you.
Men have a huge element.
Exactly.
It's like a man walking onto you in a
we can't think for
restaurant.
ourselves. I slept with you too, and I can wake up and leave you. Now I had no intentions of making you my boyfriend. I just wanted to sleep with you. It happens.
Exactly. So because at the end of the day, love attraction
I
is
wanted to sleep with you.
So when does it become rapey?
You saying
becoming
I slept
insane
with
to
Nkandla. That girl's weak. I finally convinced her to sleep
But
with me. She agreed.
But when we slept together,
Yes.
uvumile.
Yes. Of course.
Okay. Savuma, saphilana, kokoduka naniba, sam.
Yes.
Asipifanga.
Aspifang.
You know, like I didn't violate you.
No.
In any way.
In any way.
In any way.
Diphume, ndalisele plus, giving it.
Why?
John.
No, Jabu, is that what you're saying?
Yes, the whole
So
week
it's a
like
rapey
that.
vibe,
It's
but
rapey
yeah.
vibes. Because you're feeling like you overpowered
overpowered
her.
her.
Nguwe convinced her to sleep with you. She didn't actually want
So you
to.
think it's coming from that perspective?
Yes.
Because I just think it's coming from a thing about.
No, come on.
In a way, I want to share them out.
He's speaking generally.
Generally speaking. What are you saying?
Think of like, okay.
You're just posting.
Yeah, you just posting.
like the arrogance, yeah.
Yeah, that's not
Like
okay.
been wanting to
I got the
do
hottest girl type of thing. Yeah, but okay, like,
But let's go back to
It
that.
depends on how
What
you
does
say
that
it.
mean actually?
Exactly.
I got the hottest girl and then I got her to have sex with me.
but it's not rapey.
How did you get
Okay,
it?
can't sit.
Okay, you want to
Okay,
remove let me try erase.
It's rapey because you guys are in
to
fact.
have
Yeah.
the
Okay, I
sex.
understand.
Whatever
But when you
happens
go back to
after,
your friends,
yeah,
but you go back to your friends and tell your friends, Gucci, I finally convinced this girl to sleep with me.
Dikaka yo personal.
So you are saying exactly personal.
But dikaka yo.
It's rapey
No, but
energy.
rapey vibe.
It's rapey vibes because you took away her consent.
Okay, Bengazi. I wasn't coming there with the mentality of I have to sleep with you. I just will know.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good morning, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys.
As we said,
Bye.
good day, Ukanya.
Good day.
Hello, Ness, and you boy.
Why is it always your boy?
Hey!